Hi guys, it's Beverly. I got my blanket done and I wanted to show you how to finish off the border. Okay, so here's the pattern. The pattern says turn the blanket a quarter turn and continue with color A and evenly work single crochets alongside of blanket until you reach the first row. Break the yarn and reattach A on the other side and work single crochets evenly along that side and fasten off. So hopefully you could see that. I'm still learning on this tripod. So I gotta go get my white yarn, so I'll be right back. So I'm back with my Ogo. Okay, so there's the white yarn. So I'm gonna lay it over here. And I have to get it started there. All right, so the first thing I did was I went through and I tied all these. This little red stitch marker, the only thing it means is that I was using my red hook. So of course I can take that out. I went through here and I tied the ends of each row together. And you can choose to weave your ends in. Ends in. But I didn't. And I'm not going to. I'm going to single crochet over them and snip off some of the excess yarn. So I'm going to show you how I did it. Now, this pattern, this was the first row. Okay. And that's why there's no yarn attached. So I'm going to take my yarn, which I already had the end here, and I'm going to make a slip knot. And I'm going to attach it to my hook, like so. And then I'm going to attach it right here in this corner. And complete a standing double crochet, single crochet, complete a standing single crochet. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is these strands here, I'm going to be laying them down as I go. And I know, I'm going to crochet over them. And I know that should I decide to cut them at a certain length, it's not going to come undone because it's in a knot. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm double checking to make sure you guys can see. Looks like you guys can see. And it's not easy. This is a furls hook, and the furls hook has a rounded tip. You know, some of them have a more pointy tip, but this has a rounded tip. But it's doable. Okay, so I'm going to go anywhere that I think I can fit in a single crochet. Okay. Now I don't want to skip too far. If possible, I want to split this double crochet and end up with 2 loops on my hook. And then that way there's more of the stitch behind it. As I go, I don't really stretch it, but I just kind of make sure that it's not bunched up. Okay, so I'm going to come over here to this hole. If you guys hear any noises, it's my lawn maintenance guy. You probably don't want to hear the story, but since we're doing this, when we bought this house, the guy was addicted to yard work. He was out there every single day doing yard work. Okay, so there's a hole right there. And I'm going to crochet over those tails. Now here is a double crochet. You can see it. So I'm going to try to take my hook and split the double crochet. And then hold down the tails and crochet over them. I'm going to go over here, hold down the tails, and crochet over them. I got myself a little bit of water. So here I am. I still got a little bit of those tails left. So I'm going to crochet over them. And see, I'm coming up on another set of tails. I'm going to split this double crochet. And again, if you want to switch hooks just for this part or whatever, you can see it might be easier to have a hook. Now, I said I kind of pull it a little bit because we don't want it to buckle. We want it to be straight. And I'm going to go right in this hole right here. And I'm holding those tails down with my left hand. Oop. Nope, see on the back, I missed one. See the tail? So it should be up underneath the stitch. So I'm going to pull this stitch out and get my working yarn and grab both of the tails. Okay, so I'm going to go in there and make sure I have both of the tails and do a single crochet. Now, if this strand was long enough that it was in my way, kind of over here, is probably when I would cut it. But it just depends on how far you've gone with that. Because if we cut it too close to the knot, it will come undone. Okay, so, and again, you can tie whatever kind of knot you want. You can do whatever. I'm showing you what I do. And whenever I make a blanket like this, I have the 6-day kid blanket that I've made in the past. And I did it the same exact way. When I have these ripple blankets that have change of color or chevron blankets with change of color, I always single crochet down the sides over the tails. And so you can see how nice it looks? And I didn't have to sew in all those tails. To me, it's not real thick. You know, it's up to you. It's all up to you. I'm showing you what I do. Okay. If you wove your tails in as you were going, more power to you. I think it was great. Okay, so I got this, and I want to double check on the back that I have all my tails, and it looks like I do. Okay, so see, I have a white tail, but I think I can still go over that some. So I'm going to go in here. So now I have 3 tails in my hand, and I'm just going over there. There's a double crochet. I'm going to try to split the double crochet and single crochet over the tails. Okay, and that's what I'm going to do. So, and then of course I'll weave this in. I already did the other side, So here, this is the back side, and this is the front side. The other edge, you know, down the other edge. Whoop, I didn't really get into camera for you, but there you go. And then you can see the back. So I'm going to be happy with this blanket. What I did with it was I had 1 7-ounce skein of this light blue Red Heart Super Saver. I had 2 skeins, but I only used 1 of this frost green, I think it was called. It was frost something. And I only used 1 skein. The white, I had a part of an Ogo, and I started a new Ogo. Because I couldn't, at the time when I bought those white Ogos, they were on sale, but I couldn't find any skeins of just white yarn, and I needed some white. So that's what's going on with this. This is the end of our make-along. I hope that, you know, at least some of you made this blanket. I think it's beautiful. I don't have the first page of the pattern in front of me, but it was Jeanne from the Crochet Crowd, and it was the Baby Cotton Kisses blanket. And I think it came out beautiful. It was an excellent example of the chevron pattern. I'm very happy. This is going to be great for donation. I think it ended up coming out 36 by 36 or pretty close to there. And I had to play a little bit of yarn chicken at the end to have enough blue and green. But the blanket came out beautiful. I'm very happy with it. And I'm very happy if you chose to join me in this make-along. So I'll be talking to you guys later. Love you. Bye.